Easter weekend seemed like a good time to run a get-together for the Bailey Australia Owners Group, so Rosemarie, Tony, Neville and Judy set about making one happen. 20 sites were reserved at the Maleny showgrounds and a program was drawn up to make sure the 4 days went smoothly. 17 Bailey caravans with their owners were booked in, and by Thursday afternoon most had arrived and gotten themselves set up. One of the more useful facilities offered by the Maleny Showgrounds was their exhibition hall, and the group had access to it for the weekend. So we all gathered in the hall on Thursday evening with nibblies and drinks in hand to get the show on the road. It was a meet and mingle exercise, and by the end of the evening we all knew lots about each other, as well as purchasing and owning Bailey caravans. Friday was set aside as a time to explore Maleny. It also gave us time to explore the Maleny Showgrounds. It's a modern venue with a number of ovals. Clearly we weren't the only caravan group using the showgrounds over Easter. Important to us was the newly constructed unisex shower toilet facility. We didn't use the gym, but many locals did. None of us Baileyites used the skate park either, but the local young people did. It was great to see the park being well used. These guys weren't afraid to demonstrate their skills on the halfpipe. Friday gave us the opportunity to invite those interested in learning a few songs on the ukulele to assemble in the hall and practice in preparation for a performance that evening. Let's listen to the results of that practice.
My mama told me so. I'm always good, long and I do just because I like to sing. When I get up this window, I get my day practice.
Following the performance, the assembled throng refocused their attention on Rosemarie, who invited Neville to share some of his knowledge with the group about electricity and how it applies to caravans. He also distributed a very colourful handout that meant more to some than others. Let's hear briefly what he had to say.
And it's 1,000 amps, you still won't get electrocuted because there isn't enough flow to give you electrocution.
According to the program, Saturday was advertised as an all-day event. So it was up early to head for the Kenilworth Cheese and Wine Festival. On the way we noticed a sign advertising the Saturday morning markets at Witter. This called for a very pleasant detour along the ridges of the Sunshine Coast hinterland to a small community of Winter. These kids are clearly very energetic, trying to roll some cheese down the hill in record time. These kids aren't quite so energetic, but I'm sure they are just as committed to their task, that is finding Easter eggs. The banana man did a great trade, especially because he had both ladyfinger and Cavendish bananas. We purchased a couple of kilos of each. The local woodworkers didn't miss out on an opportunity to display their wares either. Kenilworth's main street is not as crowded as this very often. Even the bikies made their presence felt. Looks like the Bailey Bunny did the rounds overnight and visited each van. Thanks to Bailey Australia for sending him all the way to Queensland. After the excitement of the Bailey Bunny's visit, it was off to Secrets on the lake, Lake Baroon that is. It was a very pleasant drive among the hinterland hills with an even more pleasant surprise when we arrived. I'll leave you to check out the footage. It was a very enjoyable Sunday morning, made all the better by Secret's homemade scones washed down by tea or coffee. There was more than one reason to visit Secret's toilets. This Ford looked like it was a little worse for the wear following the wedding held at Secret's last night. Sunday evening was promoted as a buffet night in the hall. All were asked to bring along some food, and the resulting spread didn't disappoint. Amazing what can be rustled up in a Bailey caravan. Monday was advertised as a free day to pack and visit the local area. Anne and Tim, along with Neville and Judy, had canoes with them. So it was decided that they, along with their hangers-on, would visit Lake Baroon again, but this time on the southern end, to try out their craft. First into the water were Anne and Tim. Their canoe didn't need much preparation. They paddled right across the lake to the side near Secrets. In the meantime, Neville and Judy unpacked their inflatable canoe and proceeded to make it seaworthy, with a little help from their friends. Monday evening it was back to the hall with nibblies and drinks in hand for the farewell get-together. People shared their photos of the weekend and then finished the night with a sing-along. Let's hear what that sounded like. Tuesday morning was go home time, but before that happened, Neville carried out his promise to weigh the caravans of those people who wanted them weighed. Some people received a bigger shock than others. All in all, it was a great weekend. Special thanks must go to anyone who had a part in making it happen, especially Rosemary, Tony, Neville and Judy. There wasn't anything about the weekend that could have been done better.